welcome to day 2 of the Mr. Slack and Mr. Webb fishing challenge. Now day 1 yesterday went really well. We had lots of fish, nothing huge. To give you an idea, the biggest fish for Andy, as you would have seen on the Facebook page now with the video, was 1 pound codlet. And the biggest fish for Adam's lap was 1 ounce behind him with a 15-ounce whiting. So conditions are a little bit rougher than they were yesterday, but they can cope with that. I think today a little bit of distance casting might help to get over the surf. As you can see, the way the rollers are building is coming in, so your line will constantly be being pulled down and your rod tip will constantly be nodding, and then it's distinguishing the bite from the gentle nodding as the surf pulls your line down every time. But like all anglers, you spot it instantly. So anyway, day 2, they're up there getting set up now. Our mate Rob Bond is with us today. He's just going to do a little bit of pleasure fishing on his own. These two are going to be at it like cat and dog. Let's hope, guys, right, it's the same camaraderie as it was yesterday, because the banter was brilliant. Absolutely loved it. We had some good fun yesterday, and we took loads of photos which you will be seeing soon. As you can imagine, lots of editing to do for Andy. Been busy, but guys, we love it. We absolutely love it. It's great bringing these productions to you. So anyway, without further ado, the focus is going to be on them two today, because this is it now. Last night in the caravan we had nothing but Mr. Webb doing it. We are the champions. And poor old Adam had to sat there and suck it all up. I said it was absolutely brilliant to watch. Honestly, he was relentless. He was like a runaway train. He was at him every minute he could get. He was reminding him he's only an ounce up on him, but he would not let him forget it. So I'm hoping it's the same today. So we wish them good luck, and let's hope that you enjoy what you see. Okay guys, right, Andy and Adam's almost set up, so just having a couple of practice casts now to bend on the new line on their reels, and then they'll be up to the beach buddy. Well, they haven't actually brought the beach buddies today. They'll be up the top of the beach there, they'll put the rigs on, get the bait ready, and then we'll be off. And we've been fishing for 5 hours, as we did yesterday, and yeah, should be exciting, hopefully, should be exciting. Okay guys, day 2, and just getting baited up. So what we're going to do, we've done a couple of casts, going to get 4 baited rigs ready to rock and roll, and then we'll set off, and may the best man win. Very close yesterday, all joking aside, we'll have all the banter and that what goes between, it's got to be done, innit? But very close, and fingers crossed we can see a decent cod out between both of us today. Small cod lane at the end of the day, we always seen yesterday, guys, and hopefully we can see something different. It'd be nice. But I know there's a few skate about and different things, so I've baited up plain black glug on a pulley rig, and I'm running up and over with yellow tails tipped off with a little bit of black. Got to do another running up and over here now,
which I'm tempted to go, because what I found yesterday is, I shouldn't be saying this so loud because he's right next to me, but early on it seemed to fish. Now we're an hour earlier today, got an hour more of the tide. So what I'm hoping is start putting those baits out there, trying to find those better fish early. As it come up to high water, it sort of slackened off slightly. A lot of whiting pulled out, so I think now's the time to try and get into those cod. So just got to have a go at it at the end of the day, yeah. But I am going to fish a little bit different today than I did yesterday. I just want to try and find that better fish. We won't say too much because ears over there. Quality bait at the end of the day is never one for anybody fishing a competition. You've got to have quality bait. You've got to look after it as well. Obviously, we've got the cool bag there to make sure it's kept nice. But you want to make sure when you're putting your baits on and that, it's not horrible rag or it's horrible lug. It's quality fresh bait. That Solent Sea Goo played a big part in yesterday, I think, with the fish that we had, because I tried a couple ones and it seemed to produce fish quicker. So I'm going to still stick to my guns with it. It's a little squid bait here now, on a running up and over, just to get a bit of attraction really in the water. Like that. And what I'm going to do when it's time to put that one out is I'm going to put a little bit of squid, Solent Sea Goo squid on, just to give it that little bit of extra tempt for the fish. So that's it. That one there's ready to go. About being organised, guys, at the end of the day. This is what I would be doing on the Saturday and Sunday of the match. You're down on the beach early, you want to get yourself prepared, get everything ready to rock and roll. Normally you'd have your bivvy set up, but to be fair, today we don't need it. We brought it down yesterday, didn't even use it. Perfect conditions, over at breeze, and at the moment, it's from where you saw the sea before where Joseph was panning around, you can see the sea's jacking up. The reason that is, out where we were fishing yesterday, we know with sandbars, and you can see it right on the back sandbar. It's flat all the way, and it sort of starts to build as it's approaching the shoreline. So as the tide starts to build now, and obviously the tide comes into high water, that'll get a bit more depth there, and hopefully we won't get all these rollers rolling in. But lovely day. So I'll let Joseph go over to Adam now and see how he's getting on.
Come on, boys, you've got 6 minutes before the kick-off. All right, get everything on the hooks. Get yourself ready. No casting out before 7. 6 minutes to complete. The anticipation is killing them, guys, it really is. They're both down now, they're set up, ready to rock and roll. They've got 2 minutes. Kick off at 7, finish at 11:30, same as yesterday. So I wish them both good luck. And this is where the competition starts and finishes today. Let's see how they do. Alright guys, right, this is it now. It's 7 o'clock, so I'm going to let them loose for the next 5 hours. Ready? Let's go! Right, so they got the first rod in the water, boys. They're fishing 2 rods each, as same format as yesterday, so let's see how long it takes for them to get the first fish out, because yesterday we had a fish out, I think, within 10 minutes, which wasn't bad going. It surprised me that it was that quick. But I know we're an hour later in the tide now, and I'm not absolutely 100% if that makes a difference, because this isn't, obviously, we don't fish up here. So, but we're not actually fishing blind. We have got a little bit of experience of fishing this coastline over the years of doing the European Open Beach Championship. So, yeah, let's see how they go on anyway. As you can see, guys, they are absolutely levering it to the horizon to get over these waves that are building. It's quite a big surf compared to where we were yesterday. Now, yesterday I said Andy chose this mark, and it was Adam's choice again today to choose a mark that he wanted to fish. And as it happened, because he had fish yesterday, Adam decided to come back to the same spot. So, I can see the sense in that, I really can. I mean, why go somewhere else and take a chance when you know the fish are here? But we do know, just because you get fish on one day, it doesn't always mean you can get it the next day. Because this surf line here is a little bit rougher than it was yesterday. Quite a bit rougher. It's fairly flat conditions yesterday. So I think that in itself would be a challenge for them. But I'm sure they can cope. You can pan at the same time. Right, guys, we got Rob Bond with us today. And Rob, when he fished the flatty bass last year, and he is an SAC member, when he fished the flatty bass last year, he came runner-up the year before, and last year he won his section, or his zone. I think he was in zone A or B, I can't remember, we'll speak to him in a minute about it. But tomorrow, myself and Rob, with the camera crew, are going to go to his choice of location, where you fish the flatty bass, and then he's going to show you the setup that he uses on the actual match day. And what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to fish with him tomorrow, but I'm going to fish conventionally how I would fish for flatfish at home down in the West Country. So that'll be interesting to see how we do. But Rob, obviously, he will carry on. It's basically a warm-up to show you guys that don't know or are not sure what rigs to use. We will run you through exactly what Rob uses, okay? Just to give you an idea, all right, of the rigs that he uses to catch as many flatfish in the short time they've got. And we'll explain all the rules to you, all right, about how you've got to catch a fish, measure it, etc, etc. We'll go through it all, we'll get the format so you know it's right. Alright, a lot of you I know will read the handbook and the rules, because obviously we've all got to abide by the same rules, guys, alright? But for Rob, it'll be interesting. For me, it's going to be interesting, because for me to fish conventionally for flatfish here, like I'll do down home, it's going to be interesting to see if I actually catch anything doing it the way I'm going to do it, alright? So Rob's setup will be a continental rod and a fixed spool reel with his rigs. My setup will be just my beach caster with a multiplier and the rigs that I've made to bring up here to, you know, and it's the rigs I would use down home as well. I haven't made them specially for up here. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting day tomorrow, an interesting day, and I hope you enjoy it. All right, mate?
Yeah, I'm alright, mate.
Are we looking at a bite, or is that the surf pulling your line down? Like I've already explained.
It's a bit of a... it's a bit choppy.
So you're going to be like a jumping jack today watching those rock tips, mate.
To be honest, I think once the tide comes a little bit...
Let me ask you something.
What?
Do you think he's sweating yet?
Yeah, he's all night.
Even this early start, he's only been fishing for 5 minutes.
He's got bags under his eyes. He hasn't slept at all. You know what I mean? He said to me last night, I couldn't sleep. I was up watching videos and stuff like that. I said, why can't you sleep? I slept lovely.
He slept like that, didn't he?
He did. And his legs. He's like, please. But yeah, I don't think he's got a chance today.
Well, we'll have to see, mate.
I think I'm all over him.
I'll just explain to the boys that you've been, both of you, levering it to the horizon to get over this surf line.
Yeah,
it is quite strong, isn't it?
To be honest,
the build up is about 200 yards up offshore.
We're not far off each other really. I'm using my waders advantage and going right down to the water and hammering it out.
Yeah.
It's probably 30 yards past me, but there's yards in it, obviously, with Adam's casting ability, but there's not a lot. We're both over the back breakers where we need to be.
But compared to yesterday's conditions, this is a lot rougher. It was quite flat yesterday.
We're an hour earlier.
Yeah, so I've explained that.
Yeah, I think like you said, if you've already explained it, and as I did when I was baiting up.
But it wasn't this rough when we first got here yesterday either.
But you look out there, it's flat.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
it is. Or like you say, or you know, it's like the same as me. It's just where the gullies go, and
it shows you where the sandbar is.
Yeah, shallow. Just picking it up. Yeah. But once we get a bit of depth of water there, hopefully it flattens off like yesterday, and it won't cause too much of a trouble.
Right, boys, that's enough of them waffling
You'll catch
on.
cod in this.
Let's go and have a word with Ats, because he's the one that's sweating. Well, mate.
Hurry up.
I've just had a chat with the old singing, old dancing Mr. Webb over there. Look at him. Oh, he's crazy.
Yeah, he's off his rocking horse, isn't he?
So up for booting your backside today.
Yeah, I know.
I actually said I'll walk over and see if Adam's got any beads of sweat on him yet.
No, not yet.
We've only been fishing 5 minutes.
I'm totally relaxed. Yeah. I'll have him later.
You'll have him. See that, guys? You'll have him later.
No pressure. Fine.
So, compared to yesterday, it's a little bit rougher, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I don't know.
I know we're an hour early, though, aren't we?
We are, yeah. But I don't know whether to switch rigs to drop downs, because pulley rigs don't do very well when it's rough like this. Right. It just gets tangled up.
Yeah. So that might be a good idea now.
See how they come in.
What we won't do is give him that information.
No.
All right.
No, because when you're rain at home and you've got a swell running in.
Yeah.
Pulley rigs just twist up with the swell.
Yeah, they knock around.
And drop downs are normally all right because they got movement. So just see how they come in like.
But those breakers,
they're
big, mate.
They're not big. 4 or 5 foot, aren't they?
Yeah. And they're building out what would you say that is about 200 yards out there?
Yeah, about that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah. It's not easy, is it? But you can see all the way along.
It's weird, isn't it? Because it's like a mill pond.
Yeah. Yeah, behind it is.
Yeah.
That's what you got to try and get past.
I don't know. My lines are screaming everywhere.
Yeah, so it's pulling from left to right then, is it? The tide?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah. Well, mate, hey. I wish you so much luck today. I really do. I still want Adam to beat it. I can't tell him that though. But I'll be singing and dancing if he does.
We are the champions, my friend. Do we give it 10 minutes maybe? We'll start putting the other baits on, just fresh baits all the time. To be honest, at the minute, where it is, you're not telling if you've got a bite or not. But I'm going to get my rods a bit higher, I think. trying to get a little bit of extra bite. Just try and get over those breakers there. That was fine.
Tell me then, does it feel like a fish?
Did
you get a bite?
Will be weed.
Did you get a bite? Did you determine? No, you
no.
didn't determine it. I think you just might be right on that, Andy, with the weed. Well, it looks like our man's got another £1 codlin.
Adam, going down, Adam, going down. Boys and girls, not the biggest of fish, but
it doesn't matter,
it counts. And it counts. So
clean them off.
I'm getting cleaned
Weigh
off
in.
a minute. Scales are on.
Scales are zeroed.
Zeroed in the bag. Oh. What? £1, half
One
ounce.
and a half pound. No, £1 and a half ounce.
£1 and a half ounce.
£1 and a half ounce.
Here we are. Nice little codlin. Just over £1. Little quick photo of pound for a minute, and then get a return to fight another day. Hopefully it gets a lot bigger in 20 years' time.
Well excited, as you can imagine. He's upped his PB today by half an ounce.
He'd be up here.
But yeah, he's doing well, he's doing well. Surprising, I thought maybe we'd have had a fish a lot earlier, but it's took almost an hour for the first one to come out. But then again, waiting for the tide to come in and build the depth of water. Let's hopefully see now in the next couple hours that we get, you know, some more fish out, maybe a whiting, maybe a skate, maybe some more cod. But yeah, there's no stopping him now. really is. I'm surprised there's no surfers down here. I mean, if this was down home, in fact, when it would have Rob.
It would be, yeah.
Yeah, they love it. They love it. But anyway, this is Rob Bond. Okay, he's a member of SAC, and you've just come down for a bit of a pleasure fish and let them get on with the battle royale.
Those two are having fun.
It's absolutely brilliant, isn't it? The banter. I mean, Webby just loves it, doesn't he? He just wants to kick Adam's butt. That's all he wants to do. He was relentless in the caravan last night, Adam.
Well, again,
he only beat him by an ounce.
He doesn't stop, does he?
And he just wouldn't let up on him.
He doesn't stop.
Adam's sort of going, oh,
I know.
Deal with this.
Come on, Adam. Catch some fish, Adam, please.
That's what I want him to
Webby
do.
up.
Oh my God, it'd be brilliant.
Shut Webby up, I really am.
Anyway, as you can see, this is Rob, and tomorrow, what we're going to be doing is we're going to do a session on the beach that the Flatty Bass is out on. Now, Rob, the year before last, you come runner-up, mate, didn't you?
I come second in Zone A.
Yeah, second in Zone A. Last year, he won his section.
Yeah, first in Zone A and second.
And second overall. So what I've decided we would do, we'll go to the venue that Rob's going to pick, which is basically where he fished last year. He's going to set up as if he's fishing the actual match. I'm going to set up in a conventional way that I would down home, as if I'm fishing for flatfish, i.e. plaice, flounder, brill, turbot, whatever. Alright, I'm going to go my way with it. So my setup would be my beach caster, a couple of plaice rigs, all set up with the correct bait on that we would use for this area. Be slightly different down home, the type of bait. And I'll have clip down rigs on with maybe size 1 or size 1.0 hooks on. Might be a bit big for the flatty bass, but I'm just going to do it like I would down home. Now Rob is going to show you what he does with his continental rods, fixed spool reels, braid, and your rigs are going to be 3 hook slappers. Alright, so that's going to be coming to you tomorrow, guys. At the moment, all Rob's doing is just come with us today to have a pleasure fish. He arrived late yesterday, so he needed a bit of sleep last night, mate, didn't you? And he's come out for a pleasure fish today, just basically to chill with us so we can watch Webby and Mr. Slack go head to head.
Yeah.
Do you know what I wish I had? Oversized boxing gloves, 2 pairs, just to get him squaring up. Oh, that'd be brilliant, absolutely brilliant. But anyway, guys, come on, Adam.
Catch some more fish, Adam,
we're on Team Adam.
We are.
Maybe a kill
Team Adam, Team Adam.
Anyway, guys, alright, so we look forward to doing this little production for you tomorrow. Okay?
We do.
With me and Rob. Okay, well, it's been really slow since I started fishing at 7 o'clock. It's now 10 to 9. We've had 2 fish out. Andy's had a codlin, 1.5 pounds, so he's beat his PB from yesterday. And Adam has had a small dab. And myself, I'm going to have a cup of coffee. The conditions are slowly changing now, and I think it's going to favour them because the surf is, I think it's because the tide has come in at least halfway now, just over halfway. You've got quite a depth of water here, and the surf's not building so much. Every now and again you're getting a massive set come in. I mean, some of them were 4 and 5 foot high, and even while we were talking to Rob just now about his setup, and obviously he's only pleasure fishing, the head-to-head is between these two, but he remarked about how big the surf was in front of him. But it seems to be sort of flattening itself out a bit now. The wind's dropped, the sun's out. When we got here this morning, it was really cold. It was really, really cold. We got here at first light, just to set up everything on the beach. But yeah, it seems like the surf is slowly dropping all the way out. The waves are not jacking up too high, but every now and again, as I said, you get a massive set coming in. And you can see them from way out, but 400 or 500 yards offshore, you can see them just gradually building and building and building and jacking up until they hit the sandbar, and then they're breaking on that. And just as I'm talking to you now, there's a massive set behind me just coming in. Not behind me, behind them, should I say. But yeah, so it is slow, boys, but at the end of the day, at least they've had a fish each today, so that will count towards who wins. It looks like Adam's tangled up with his own line again. It's a nightmare for them because they're switching rigs as well. They've gone from pulley rigs to up and overs to pulley drop downs. They're trying all sorts really, just to keep the rig, because at first the pulley rigs were getting tangled and knotted because it was quite a surf there, and Adam shortened his pulleys, I think, to about a 10-inch snoot, and that was okay for a while, and then he switched to the pulley drop down, and Andy went from a pulley up to the up and over rig, which obviously, as you know guys, is a glorified running ledger, one of my favourite rigs to use down home. But yeah, so the update is a fish each. Mr. Webb is in the lead again, but for some reason he's not singing and dancing about it, so I still think he might think to himself that Adam's going to come at the death and just knock him for 6, but we'll see. Got a fish on here, boys. Got a fish on. Keep the pressure on, mate. Keep the pressure on. Looks like we've got another small codling here.
Say it's small, it's bigger than the last one. Hey! Oh, it's going down. Right, 1 cod, zeroed on the scales. £2 4 ounce. Oh my word!
£2 3.5.
£2 3. It's gone down.
£2 free.
£2 3. That'll do me. Ladies and gentlemen, that could be the winner. That could be the winner. That's about 6 foot high, ladies and gentlemen. Straight in, crashing straight down. It's not coming up far. We'll be right where we are today. But it just goes to show how it can change overnight. Yeah, I'll see you, mate.
Right guys, well as you can see, the time now is 9:30, so the boys have been fishing for 2.5 hours. It's a bit slow, we've only had 3 fish in that time. Compared to yesterday, we had 5 or 6 by then. But Andy's in the lead, he's had a nice codling, £2 free, which beat yesterday's one of £1 exactly, and then he had one earlier which was £1.5 ounce, so he's basically doubled that weight. But Adam's only had a small dab. He's still trying to crack him out and beat him, but How are you feeling at the moment, buddy?
Very confident. I'll tell you what, it's not been easy today. I mean, as you can see from the sea in the background, it's very, very lumpy. It's jacking up probably 60, 70 yards out, and they're coming in 6 foot high. It's, to be honest, I'm using my advantage with my wading really, because I'm wading out as far as I can. I'm trying to cast in between the breakers.
Yeah.
So when it's flattening off, I'm going down and getting that extra distance, and I'm hitting them out over.
And you're keeping your rods up high in the stand
very high over the top of it.
Yeah.
And I'm not having a lot of problem with it. I know Adam's had his cups down, and he's put them up slightly.
Yeah, he's moved them up.
His ledge being pushed back round to the right hand side, but that makes me think that I'm getting that distance I need by walking the extra 30 yards plus forward. And
so you're pretty much holding bottom where you're casting, then? That's what you're saying.
I'm fishing 6 ounce leads.
Yeah.
Hooked in tight, and I'm fishing at max range over the back of the breakers there. You can see where the breakers are now. I'm literally that side of the other side of the breaker. So both fish I've had have been out of distance. I won't say it very loud. I know what he's like for telling me. But both fish I've had, the fish I've had, the blacks seem to be doing it. I know Adam's using yellow tails. I'm not going to say that very loud, but the blacks with a little touch of the sea
blacks as well.
Yeah, I know he's been going for the yellow tails slowly. But that little touch of sea goo, I think, seems to be doing it.
I'm surprised that he hasn't tried a bit of crab as well.
Yeah. I know people. I'm sticking to the worm bait. Same as the weekend, I'll stick to the worm bait. Yeah. And I've always known from a lot of the guys what have been up there in the top of the table, so to speak, from chatting with them and that. They're telling me distance and they're telling me small, compact baits.
Yes.
And I'm using single worm baits.
Yeah.
Single worm, or maybe a worm and a half, depending like that. And then I'm just basically putting a bit of bait elastic, keeping my hook point proud. That fish I lost yesterday was a decent fish.
Yeah.
And I'm not. I want to make sure down our way I'll be using 5/0 hooks. Obviously, cod's got big mouths, and you want him to go in there. That one I had there a minute ago was on a 3/0 Chinook, and it took a top hook.
Took a top hook.
Took a penno hook to the side.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I'm not a big fan of J hooks for this. I'd rather use if I'm up on the Bristol Channel, I was using double squid baits and stuff.
Yeah.
I'll be using Chinooks.
Yeah.
Because once they're in, they're in. You know what I mean? But especially with the rollers and that, you've got to watch when you're bringing the fish in, as you've seen with me earlier on the thing. As you're getting there, because that last little bit, if you bring the fish in and that wave's come over the top of it, it's not stayed tight.
No,
that
once
fish
that wave drops back and pulls, that's when you feel the tension.
With the Chinook, it's in. With the J hooks, you've got a tendency that they can come out when that's happening. So when I'm bringing it in, I'm watching the water, I'm bringing the fish in on the back of the breaker, and then trying to bring it into the shallows and land it. But yeah, lovely day. Conditions are a bit different than yesterday, as you said.
Enjoying it.
I am loving it. I'm loving it. It don't make no difference if I won or lose. You know what I mean? It's the banter, it's the crack, and it's getting everybody warmed up for the main event, that's what it's about.
It's just a bit of fun, guys. That's all it is. A bit of fun, and they're loving it. They're loving it.
It's still 2 hours to go.
But if he wins, he will be relentless tonight.
He would do it to me.
He would, mate.
Yeah.
He would, and he still can.
I'm going to get Gav
There's
Cuthbertson
time.
and Rob York up here next year to join in on this match, and they're going down. Going down.
Did you get that, Gav? Did you get that? By the way, bring your chess head with you, mate.
Yeah, we've been having a game of chess and that in the caravan.
He's a bit of a demon, this one. He's a bit of a hidden talent.
They all can play it. They can all play it.
Yeah, we can all play it. Bit of a hidden talent, this one.
Yeah, it's the way you think, isn't it?
It's good fun.
Very aggressively.
But it's good fun.
Yeah,
I've enjoyed it. I haven't played chess for years, and that's the first 2 games I had yesterday in about 20 years, but I absolutely loved it.
The other thing I wanted to say, obviously in the rule book this year, because of last year, I won't go into the details why, I think everybody knows, but they got some bits and pieces changes with like location settings and that. It's not hard to do, guys. Everybody's got mobile phones. I know there's been some moaning about it in different things, but at the end of the day, in this day and age, everybody's got mobile phones.
Yeah, they're trying to help everyone, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. And it's got to be done fairly, and obviously, I think we can see from the past years, everybody's got cameras on the mobile phone. All they want to do is a little picture on the beach, the fish are live, and then obviously you've got guys next to you most of the time. With the amount of anglers that's fishing, you've always got guys around you.
Yes.
So I think it goes to show, but I'm really looking forward to it. The guys I've heard and spoke to on the internet, they've been fantastic.
Yeah, I've had loads of messages in the last 2 days of guys can't wait to get up here. I've just had one guy ring me now that's just took 2 days of his holiday out so we can come up on Wednesday. So he can have Thursday and Friday off, and the Saturday and Sunday he don't work weekends anyway.
We will be. I know we had a couple of guys
His boss asked him,
Did he?
why he wanted 2 days off suddenly, and he went, I'm going fishing. He went, fair enough.
No way. That's great, isn't it?
He's given the 2 days off to come up here and fish the open.
We've had a couple of guys asking us to see more venues and different stuff,
Yeah.
what the water's like and that.
Yeah.
Guys, stick with us. Obviously, these last 2 days is about the warm-up match productions, what take a lot of time and that stuff. We've tried to get a few Facebook Lives and bits and pieces in. Wednesday tomorrow, Nick's and the one we'll be on the Flatty Bash Beach. We do a lot of bits
Yeah,
and
with
pieces
Mr.
there.
Bond
Mr.
down there.
Bond down the bottom. And then Thursday, we'll be up and down around the coastline. We'll get some video footage of some of the areas, some clarity of the water.
Yeah.
It's going to be dirty. It is. It's gonna be
know
perfect.
when you watch this, you'll want to be here now.
It's lovely. I'll tell you.
It is.
You couldn't ask for better conditions. I mean, Nick was on the phone to me. He said we're going to have to leave 2 days early, and I was like, why? The snow's coming in, and we need to be up there.
I was looking at the long range
Oh, looking at him
forecast.
thinking, what? You're having a laugh?
Yeah, snow.
Yeah, it looks like it. It looks like it. I can have
He's
a
got
t-shirt
sunglasses on.
I have.
And that's not because he's
Right.
getting snow blind.
No, it's not. But I think that was just another light there, you know.
Yeah, could be.
Let's go and have a look.
Now's when you
Let's go and
want
have
to
a
see it, see?
Yeah.
Now's when you want to see it.
It's off slightly, isn't it?
Feel any weight there?
A little bit. You can
Yeah.
start to tell with that sound.
I know it's difficult.
Trying to avoid, because you're having to speed up to keep that tension. And if you get a fish in now, keep on the back of it. A little bit of weight there, but it keeps on going. No, I don't think there is that, guys.
No? It's the fair way out, boy. Well, into the surf point, yeah? Not a bit loose, is it?
It's got to tighten up a little bit now.
Yeah, you got one, mate. Looks like it could be a little whiting.
So guys, as you can see, it's not going to be my biggest fish, but don't need to weigh it. There's still a... Hey Ads, don't need to weigh it. Don't need to weigh it, my son. Hey! Easy. It's just a hidden talent. Oh, he's hating this, I tell you. It's nothing worse because I'd be hating losing to him. But another little white in. We won't give him too much stick, but we'll leave it till later on, eh? someone's feeling the pressure. Only takes that one fish though, guys, at the end of the day, doesn't it? I know, all a bit of fun. You've got to take the mickey a little bit of it because he would be destroying me. But he's casting one out here now, and he's got his foot turns into position. He's going to wind it up. Yes, he is. He's put the step in it. He's trying to get that distance, isn't he? He is. What a cast. What a cast. Well in, mate.
I'm going to have to drop them in shorts, obviously where the fish are.
I don't know, I've been banging them out, mate. Like you saying earlier on.
I've not had a sniff. Nothing.
I'm having to wait down this.
Not a sniff, not a nibble, nothing. It's a poxy dab. Nothing.
Yeah. That's the way it goes sometimes, mate. Side by side. What be happening to you? Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
That one little.
Just one fish? That's all it is, just one fish.
Come on, you cornies! Right, guys, it's 5 minutes to go. Mr. Webb has smashed it, and I mean smashed it. Poor old Adam, he's caught one flatfish. I think it's a little dab, and he's had 2 codling, 2 whiting. He's won on both days. Well done to him. No doubt you'll all hear about it. But I know Adam will, that's for sure. But yeah, it's been good. We've enjoyed it. The conditions this morning when we came down, a little bit challenging, but it seemed to all flatten off now, and it's right on high tide as well. So there's still every chance in the next 5-10 minutes. Yeah, we got 14 minutes to go, not 5. So in the next 14 minutes, either one of them could still pull out another fish. Okay, but yeah, we've enjoyed it. We've enjoyed bringing the production to you, some of you to watch. There are fish here, and it's like anything, it's being in the right place at the right time with the right bait and the right gear. So from a 2-day challenge, Sea Angling Adventures, well done Andy Webb, top angler, top man.
Guys, just a quick one. We've been asked by the EY events team of the council just to remind everybody, take your litter home. It's a beautiful coastline. The last thing people want to see is just general litter. Don't take a lot, just take it back and put it in the bin. So just, if you can, remember that. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that. That was a 2-day event, bit of a warm-up. We fished it the same way we would fish the European Open, same rules, and the only difference is we fished 2 rods. Yeah. Trying to pull some fish up for the camera. First day, we come back to the same spot because you want to come back here. Yeah. What did you think when we had it yesterday? I thought we'd get a few more.
I did as well. I can't believe the difference in the 2 days.
I can't either. It's crazy.
The only thing that's different is the size of that.
There's a big lump there, isn't there? And it is a big lump.
Some of it's 5 foot, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. And it's well, its ground's changed already from where it's come through. You see it was dipping in that there. But it's been a fantastic day. I know I've got it overall, but it could have been either way, mate. Could have been either way, but I've done it. I wouldn't want to lose to you.
I'll let you have
there wasn't a lot in it. There wasn't a lot in it yesterday, but There's a couple of pounds in it today.
It would have been, yeah.
But I hope you enjoyed that. We'll be doing the same thing next year. We're going to try and get 2 other guys up here next year to do it.
Yeah.
Gav Cuthbertson and Rob York. Me and Adam's going to take those 2 on, hopefully. If I can get the week off. But we're going to make our way back now to San Lamia. Lovely day, conditions wise, looking for the weekend. Really good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Coloration in the water, high pressure, and hopefully we see a few fish out. So we're going to pack up now. But stay tuned for tomorrow. We're going to be out and about with Nick Panther and Rob Bond, fishing the Flatty Bash Beach to see how the conditions are down there and see if they can put a few flatties out. So until next time, guys.